Hasn't happened yet tonight. Jonny Tata is a man who took out Peter Snakebite Wright in last year's tournament before going out in the final. Last leg decided to Rob Cross. JT, the truck driver from Wainuiomata. Only 16 in the New Zealand rankings, as you can see there. He's here by virtue of winning a qualifier, but he did win it. 7-0 in the final against Daniel Snooks, who we saw kick off this evening. Luke Littler, well, he may be the lowest ranked of the PDC stars, but that means nothing. He's only been on the tour for 7 months. He has won 7 titles, including some enormous ones. A couple of World Series, the Premier League. He is a sensation, and he's been the name on the lips of darts fans all over the world, and New Zealand is no exception. It would be a big shock to see him beaten in this particular game, because he doesn't lose many full stop, let alone on the World Series.
Game on!
Reached the semi-finals minimum of the World Series events he's played so far this year. Does he turn it on tonight at the Glowbox? The answer is yes.
There's a good early indicator. Luke Littler will be feeling a little broad after that defeat last week, especially that the scoreline. Gedwin Price did a real job on him in Wollongong, but a statement of intent here with his opening 3 darts of his debut. Oh, hang about. And he's on the march already. We've seen him do this down in an opening leg of a match in Bahrain, the first World Series event of the year. Is he about to do it again in New Zealand?
Yeah, that was just the second ever World Series 9-darter. Ending a wait of pretty much a decade. Is Luke the Nuke going to hit another 9-darter? Not right now, he's not.
45.
It's just expect it to happen with Luke, don't you? With a brilliant opening leg. But little credit to Jonny here.
44.
That's a poor visit, but he's still in the... Well, he was still in the leg. Littler, is it going to be 11 darter? 12 will do, but he can return even if he misses. He has missed, but will be back.
Well, still leaves him a 2-darter. Double 18 that proved elusive in the previous visit. Is found with no nonsense.
Second leg joining the throw first.
A rare humbling experience for him in the final last week in Wollongong. Getting done 8-1 by Gedwin Price. And look, we've not seen Luke Littler very often get beaten heavily. That was, look, sometimes you've got to take your medicine. You're going to be in the PDC, then you're going to run into a big performance and not perform yourself on occasion.
It will happen again, but already match of number 3. We've said this a lot of times. There's been a couple of ropey displays in Pro Tours or Euro Tours. He generally sorts it out in the next tournament or
55.
You know, the next week of Premier League. He's good at bouncing back, Luke Littler. He doesn't dwell. Yes, he was visibly disappointed last week. But not a long time to wait to put things right. And he's started brilliantly here.
This is absolutely brutal from Littler. And looking for the treble 9 that would have left tops, but he will get a chance to complete the leg in 11 or 12 darts, just as he did in the opening leg. In the end, he finished it in 30.
Thought for the second he was just going to go for a 180 again and just sort out the 7. But he's in full flow here. And such his scoring power, he's buying himself time in the leg. He doesn't need time. A 2-leg lead in the blink of an eye. And the number 1 seed has control early.
Yeah, the seeding's worked out in the World Series. It's a points-based system, so you win a title, you get 12 points. and then it works its way down from there. 8 points for reaching a final. Now, Luke Littler did skip one of these World Series events. He didn't compete in Copenhagen at the Nordic Darts Masters, and yet he is still the #1 seed. And unless Gerwyn Price outperforms him by either winning the title or going a couple of rounds further than him, he's going to be the #1 seed for the World Series finals. Everything he has done this, he's just taken to it like a duck to water.
Credit Jonny Tata there. Facing an absolute barrage in his opening couple of legs, but got a chance to break back here. This is similar to the Gerwyn Price Ben Robb start. Gerwyn Price won the opening 2 legs, and you kind of feared for Ben, but he settled down and made a game of it.
45.
Visits like that could get punished, though. Has thrown some decent stuff in this game so far, Jonny Tata. It's Littler first to a finish. However, he does have the darts, and Tata will sense that this is a real chance to get a break back.
Setup's got to be good here. I mean, it should be from there. Can he find another one?
100.
That's okay, though.
We require 150.
Unless Luke Littler. It's been a long couple of weeks.
60.
And he can't find
Johnny requires 70.
the 150, and Jonny Tata to get a leg on the board. And a break as well.
Big dart.
Game shot.
Great dart. Jonny Tata breaks straight back.
Full play. Johnny to throw first.
Worth mentioning, Dan, as well, for Johnny and for Simon Whitlock, they're the last couple of games who are qualifiers. If they can grab a win, there's a chance they could go to the finals just with 1 win.
Oh, this is good from Jonny Tata. Look, we knew he was a solid player. He is down on the DPNZ rankings, but he hasn't been playing as reg. He's not fully committed, it would appear, in the way that some of the other players you've seen tonight. But he is a guy who went to the Lakeside and was only beaten by the guy who won it, Andy Barnes, and played well in that game. Averaged in the 90s, only beaten 4-2 in sets, and 5 of those 6 sets all went to last leg deciders. He was in that game with a guy who's now a PDC Tour card holder and held up as one of the leading lights from his home country in Belgium.
He's playing well here. Averages 102.5. And looking to level up at 2 legs apiece. He should level up at 2 legs apiece here. He's left Luke Littler high and dry, and not many people do that in a leg.
Only took Luke Littler 25 darts to rattle through the opening couple of legs. Oh,
35.
flies past the double 16, but he is going to come back. But it's been a very, very good response from Jonny Tata here.
It just makes you wonder what Jonny Tata could do if he played a bit more. You said Dan, he dips in and out of the circuit.
You require 60.
There's a lot to like about the way he plays. Had that victory over Peter Wright last year, and is level now with Luke Littler after an explosive start from Luke. Jonny Tata has fired back in 29 darts and levelled this match up.
If he can find 4 more legs like that, he's got a chance.
95.
Luke Littler didn't have it all his own way in his opening match against Rob Modra last week, but found the answers. Can he do the same here? It looked like it was just going to be pretty routine after he won the opening couple of legs in no time at all. Just a little sign of frustration after that last visit from Luke. Yeah, shaking his head in the background.
100.
Comes up dry in the hunt for trebles, but still in the leg. Possibly not for long.
There's a little regrip there as well from Luke. Does get himself down to a finish. He's going to have a bit of time, you feel. Well, he is going to have time. This will just be a little settler. He won't have expected Jonny to fire back in the magnitude that he did. 15 and 14 darts from 2 legs down. This to lead again. Tops for Luke.
86.
Pulls it low. Shouldn't have any lasting damage.
Stay straight, pick up a treble. Well, he's not stayed straight.
45.
And he's not picked up a treble either, so to be honest, Luke Little looking at double 10. He's very comfortable at this anyway.
Looks a good guide and used the guide. And
And
he's halfway to a potential quarter-final with Dimitri Vandenberg. Jonny Tata will have settled for this scoreline if it off him at the beginning of the match. On throw, 3-2 down. Just needs to stay in touch and hopefully if the opportunity comes, try and take it. And what would be a huge upset here in Hamilton.
77. $45.
We saw Mark Cleaver against Dimitri earlier on. Got some really good stuff in the first few legs of the match, just wasn't able to sustain it all the way through, and when he did drop off, that's when he got punished. Jonny Tata, you can see his average has
60.
plummeted. It's really oscillated wildly. Gone up above 100, then down below 90 now. He can have these off spells, but he's just got to concentrate on getting 4 more good legs.
125.
You just feel, Luke, this is so similar to the Rob Modra game last week, where Luke was given a little scare and just eventually won the match 6-2. It looked comfortable, but that didn't tell the story of the match, and just looking to get himself a bit of daylight again.
Again, Tata chasing at the leg. 180 at lead tops. Ton 40's okay though. He's interested. He's in this leg. And it'll only be 1 dart for Littler at tops.
35. Jonny, you require 80.
20 for tops. Seems to be a lot of room to the left of that dart. And he just shuffled left. Can he hit it? How big a moment could that be? What an opportunity missed for Jonny Tata.
Again, a great guide, and again it's used to perfection by Luke Littler. You see some players, when they have a dart that's so close to the wire, it can make things harder, but with the way he groups those darts together so tightly, you just feel the closer it is, the better the marker is.
Well, just that indicates with those first 2 darts how well they're grouped there. They opted to switch. But he uses a guide really well, Luke Littler. He's done it a couple of times in this match on tops, on 10s. Finds himself not in complete control, but in a decent position again.
Yeah, look, there's a 9 points difference in the averages. That is the sort of gap that can be overcome, but you have to take your chances. And Jonny Tata, that 1 dart at tops for an 80. It's the difference between 4-2 down and 3 apiece. He has been outplayed largely in this game, but it does not matter as long as you're clinical when it really counts.
He's undone all his good work, but he got back level, and he would only needed 1 break if he kept it on throw. Now he's got to find a couple. He won't go away in this match, Jonny. He'll be disappointed that from 2 apiece, Luke Littler's only needed a couple of 17 darters to make it 4-2.
He has genuinely gone for treble 7 to leave 170 there, hasn't he? He does do various contortions to get to the biggest finish in the game, Luke Littler, because he loves taking it out. And he might take it out here. Oh!
What an effort particularly after the setup as well. He just stayed in flow. He's enjoying himself, Luke Littler, even though he's in a bit of a battle here. He's enjoying the challenge. What a shot this would be. Double 19. Brilliant from Jonny Tata. He will not go away in this match. He trailed 2-0, he pegged back to 2 apiece. He was 4-2 down, and that 1-5-5 is a crucial breaker throw. And he comes back at Luke Littler again.
But a steal from Tata. 1-5-5 check out for a 12-darter. Hold his throw, level game at 4 apiece. Anything can happen from there.
96.
What a shot.
60.
He's to back up the break with a hold. Grimace there, the snap in the action.
You said before the action got underway that you quite like Jonny Tata, just the way he goes about his business. He does look solid, doesn't he? Whether that's going to be enough tonight against Littler, but he's in the game.
I like the way he plays. I was impressed with him last year. His temperament's good. If there is a little frustration now and then, he doesn't give a lot away, and I'm enjoying watching him play here. It's an intriguing encounter, and he's pushing the #1 seed all the way here.
Couldn't repeat the feat with another massive combo finish. He is now relying on Littler missing double 10 for a 3rd consecutive breaker throw in this game. No drama.
Luke to throw first.
So it's going to have to be 3 legs on the spin for Jonny Tata and 3 legs the hard way. Break, hold, break against this ridiculous young talent.
And we're looking at Luke Littler here. We're kind of picking a few holes in his performance here, and he glance over his average, 102.5.
Because we've seen what he's capable of, and you know there's more gears. Average 114 in the Premier League earlier on this year. He's hit 4 9-darters this year, equaling the record. We're only in August.
I was going to say, yeah. Still plenty of time for that. Gets a crack at the double start format in a few months. Won't be surprised if he hit one there as well.
Wouldn't be surprised if he started on double 10.
134.
That would make it tricky. He has been brilliant on the World Series this year. Bear in mind, the opening one in Bahrain was 10 days after the World Championship. All the media he'd have had to done in that time, and just sort of taking stock of what he'd done, and he goes and wins the event.
Jonny Tata cannot produce another ridiculous finish, can he, to stay alive? Couldn't find the 51. Well, it's going to be a personal best average on the World Series for Jonny Tata, but looks like he's going to go down to Littler. And he does by 6 legs to 3. Luke Littler bouncing back after disappointment in the final. And that is the game and the match. Littler through to the quarterfinals to face Dimitri Vandenberg, repeating the cracker we had last week in Wollongong. And there's one more spot available.